Good day everyone, I'm Joverdan Emuhi, leader of Group 1, and our group is assigned to present a video presentation about the topics that we discussed last midterm of this first sem of academic year 2021-2022. And the topics that we already discussed is all about the globalization, cultural literacy, and multicultural literacy. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go guys!
What is globalization?
In simple terms, globalization is the process by which people and goods moves easily across borders. Principally, it's an economic concept, the integration of markets, trade, and investments with few barriers to slow the flow of products and services between nations.
Why is globalization important?
Why is globalization important? Globalization changes the way nations, businesses, and people interact. Specifically, it changes the nature of economic activity among nations, expanding trade, opening global supply chains, and providing access to natural resources and labor markets.
How globalizations affect our daily life?
For many developing nations, globalization has led to an improvement in the standard of living through improved roads and transportation, improved healthcare, and improved education due to the global expansion of corporations. However, globalization has had a negative effect on individuals who live in developed nations. This is due to the fact that corporations now have the option of establishing manufacturing operation in nations where manufacturing and production costs are less expensive. As a result, many manufacturing jobs leave developed nations and move to developing nations.
Does globalization benefit everyone?
According to a new study measuring the gains brought about by globalization, everybody wins, especially those in industrialized countries. Yet the gains are unevenly distributed, both between and within countries. To sum it up, globalization refers to the increasing integration of economies around the world, particularly through the movement of goods, services, and capital across borders. The term sometimes also refers to the movement of people or labor and knowledge or technology across international borders.
What is cultural literacy and why it is important?
Cultural literacy means being able to understand the tradition, popular activities, and history of a group of people from a given culture. It also means being able to engage with the traditions, activities, and history in cultural spaces like museums, galleries, and performance. Culture is how a group of people live. In the social science, cultural literacy refers to the capabilities of getting to a culture. This develops from reading books, interacting with people, and other methods of learning about a culture. Cultural literacy is a term coined by American educator and literary critic E.B. Hirsch, referring to the ability to understand and participate fluently in a given culture. Cultural literacy is an analogy to literacy proper, the ability to read and write letters. A literate reader knows the object, languages, alphabet, grammar, and the sufficient set of vocabulary. A culturally literate person knows a given culture's signs and symbols, including its language, particular dialect, stories, and entertainment, idioms, idiosyncrasies, and so on. The culturally literate person is able to talk to and understand others of that culture meaning. You have cultural literacy when you know what an average member of that culture would be expected to know, which is usually assumed and stated by Hirsch in 1982. In 1983, Hirsch developed the term cultural literacy because people can't learn reading, writing, and other communication skills separate from the culturally assumed knowledge that shapes what people communicate about. For example, The meaning of many words is culture specific. Telling someone who wears songs to the beach in Australia is common, but it would have a very different reaction in USA. Some cultural literacy examples are knowing on which side of the sidewalk to walk, how to address strangers, and which music is popular in a given place.
What is multicultural literacy?
Multicultural literacy consists of the skills and ability to identify the creators and knowledge and their influence from broader than social knowledge. View knowledge from diversity in cultures perspective and to use knowledge to guide action that will create a human industry.
Sa pag-usbong ng kultura, mga Pilipino nagsama-sama.
Mga katutubong sayaw, ikaw ay mapapahiyaw.
Sa kultura at tradisyon, Pilipinas ang kampyon.
Para sa mga turista, kagandahan ating ibinibida.
Sasakyang pangmasa, may tatak ng pag-asa.
Mga patok na lutong Pinoy, hindi mo itataboy. Para sa Pilipino at Pilipina, pamilya ang inuuna.
Paglago ng anak buhay, ginawa ang kaugnay.
Pagkain ng street food, mapapawi ang iyong pagod. Sa ating pagsama-sama sa pagtangkilik ng ating kultura, naway ating panglakbayin ang kagandahan sa Maharlika.
Many teachers today find themselves facing an increasingly multicultural classroom, which can sometimes prove challenging when keeping an atmosphere of equality and respect within the classroom. Despite these challenges, it is wonderful to have such diversity of culture within a class, as this variety of experience and background creates tolerance and mutual respect within the classroom that is transcribed into later life and can even improve academic results.
To fully embrace multiculturalism, there needs to be school-wide effort and an implemented policy for all classrooms to follow. However, there are plenty of initiatives individual teachers can take to help their classes. Specifically, we search 7 ways to embrace multiculturalism in the classroom. First way, celebrate different cultural festivals. An easy and enjoyable way to embrace different cultures and also one that pupils will find the most fun. Recognizing significant festivals across the world are important for educating your class in new cultures, as well as giving the opportunity for some creativity if you assign activities relating to the festivals. It will also help build an inclusive atmosphere, making first-generation immigrants feel more comfortable. Second way, attempt to learn a bit more about the different backgrounds of pupils in your class. This is particularly helpful for first-generation immigrants. You can learn a little background to their culture or even go as far as to learn a bit of their language to demonstrate understanding. It may even be worth speaking to the parents of particular children who are struggling to integrate a bit more to best understand how to help them. Third way, include a variety of books in your classroom book collection. Including a variety of books from different cultures and backgrounds is a great way of introducing multiculturalism into the classroom. For children of different cultures, it can provide a bit of familiarity and it allows other pupils the choice to read something different to what they would perhaps normally choose. It also indicates that different texts have place in Western culture and education. Fourth way, hold a food fair to celebrate different dishes from around the world. This idea could be a full day event or an occasional monthly occurrence. Each pupil could bring in a dish that is commonly eaten in their culture for others to try. They could talk a bit about the history of the dish or if it is made for a special event or festival. This idea might be particularly good for a food technology class. Fifth way, set presentation projects for students on a culture or nation. For this, you could either get a pupil to write about their own culture and present to the class, or you could get pupils to look at a culture other than their own to present on. It might be good to do this in pairs so they can be a bit more confident presenting. This sort of project can add to your curriculum by tying in topics that pupils are currently studying. Sixth way, host a culture day. This could be a day for pupils to share their cultural identities with others, whilst also learning about other students. There could be a variety of things to include in this day. Maybe bring in certain foods and make posters with visual information for each pupil to talk about. Encourage pupils to ask questions and give each one a chance to discuss their cultural heritage. Seventh way, hold events with guests and motivational speakers from different backgrounds. It is quite common for schools to hire speakers and guests from various industries and workplaces to inspire students or share an important message. When doing this, it could be an idea to have a good variety of guests that represent different parts of the society, as it can be more motivational for pupils to have role models they can relate to. It will show that no matter what your gender, physical ability, or cultural heritage, you can succeed in life.
These ways are just a few of the measures you can take to embrace all cultural backgrounds in your class. There's still a multitude of ways for you to celebrate multiculturalism in the classroom. The efforts are certainly worth it. A supporting multicultural understanding between pupils creates mutual respect, a positive working environment, and prepares students for an active role in this diverse world we live in. Thank you for watching the video presentation of Group 1 with the following topics: globalization, cultural literacy, and multicultural literacy. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. God bless us all. Bye-bye!